Brought to you by Global Ethics Solutions.
Do you know someone who will fight to death over a small overcharge in a restaurant check? Because, as he says, it's the principle of the thing. While he gives the manager a piece of his mind, you're wishing that he would simply pay the $2 and let it go. That is principle in action. A person standing on principle sees injustice even in the smallest things as a breach of a larger moral issue that can't be let go. Franklin D. Roosevelt once said, "Rules are not necessarily sacred. Principles are. Principles are a basic truth, law, or assumption, a rule or standard, especially of good behavior, a fixed or predetermined policy or mode of action, a basic or essential quality or element determining intrinsic nature or behavior." Now, some principles are universal, and some are highly personal. There are relationship principles, such as commitment, fidelity, family. Personal principles, such as morality, honesty, honor, spirituality, and societal principles, such as freedom, equality, justice. So, what are your sacred principles in life? What are those core beliefs that you would fight for? Most people will not go to their graves fighting for a rule. But for a principle? Maybe. What principles would you fight for? In your workplace, are there sacred principles you have that are worth losing your job or making you look bad in the eyes of your coworkers? One can say that rules are extrinsic and principles are intrinsic. That is, rules govern our behavior on the outside. The workplace is full of rules on everything, from how you dress to where you can surf on the internet. Whether through rationalization, willful intent, or ignorance, breaking rules can be relatively easy. In fact, you can even break rules without even knowing it. But principles are different. Principles are intrinsic. They are deeply held beliefs that upon which the rules are based. You can't break a principle and not know it. You don't find yourself saying, "Oops, I just broke a principle. Oh well, I'll try harder next time." It's not that easy. If it's truly a principle, then it can't be thrown out at will. It's more than just nice-sounding life goals. Sure, we can say that our principle for work is honesty is the best policy. But if we're not willing to do it or stand up for it, then it is not a principle, but something else. There are times in life when we blow it and we go against our principle or we fail to stand up for it. Although we are entitled to make mistakes once in a while, they should be a rare exception in our ethical decision-making. If honesty is the best policy, then you shouldn't take lying to customers or supervisors lightly. If for some reason you find your principles being challenged, your instinct should be to fight. For example, if you have a principle that family comes first, but you must work the extra overtime, then it's time that you do something or say something. To go on and on breaking your principles will eventually wash them away into the nebulous categories of personal life goals or good rules to live by. Without principle, emotion, situation, and selfishness will take over our ethical decision-making process. However difficult standing on principle may be, not standing on principle is worse in the long run. There's a great sense of personal satisfaction that comes with knowing where you stand on principle and being a little stubborn about not budging. You don't do it for the glory or for immediate gain. You do it because your life depends on it. You do it because it's sacred, and you do it because it will make you happy.
This is a Global Ethics Solutions presentation. Be sure to follow us online, like and share this presentation, and subscribe to our channel today.